Hi, Mr. Baker.
Hi, Jack.
Okay, so as you know, I'm here to interview you, ask you some questions, and get some of your thoughts overall. Okay, first section we're going to start off with is your job teaching here at Edwardsville. Describe yourself in less than 6 words, please.
There's all sorts of words I could pick. I suppose the first one is scholasticist in a classical sense. Scholasticism is a belief that education can enhance the value of people. I'm a fan of that. I guess I would say I'm also a humanist in the classical sense, that I believe all humans have value. We always have announcements. The third word is probably Armenian in a classical religious sense, Renaissance, and historian. And that rounds out 5. That's less than 6.
That's fine. What led you to teaching as a profession?
When I left college after the first attempt, I ran out of money and joined the Navy. And the Navy turned me into a reactor plant chemist. I taught chemistry for 3 years at the Knowles Atomic Power Laboratory in upstate New York, and I realized I really loved teaching. I didn't love chemistry that much. I was good at it, but it wasn't fantastic. So I thought to myself, I want to teach, but I want to teach something fun, something I would love to do every day. And so I got a degree in history.
Awesome. That sounds great. How long have you been working in the Edwardsville School District?
This is my 21st year. It's the only school district I've ever worked for.
Oh, great. See that you're loyal. How would you describe your teaching method?
I am engaged in the Socratic method. The Socratic method is one where the students are asked questions, they're asked to ask their own questions, and students' own inquisitiveness helps lead them toward a discovery of possible answers. In the social sciences, there's not always simply one right answer. There's a variety of interpretations. And I think that we, as educators, have to lead students to crafting their own interpretations about historical events.
Perfect. What do you like most about your job?
You, Jack.
Thank you so much.
I also enjoy being around the students every day. My alarm goes off at 4:45 every morning, and my first thought is, oh good, I get to teach history again today. But I get to teach history to people I like. I really like this age group. Adults are not as interesting to be around.
Mm-hmm. I understand that personally. What do you want students to know about themselves?
Nothing is fixed. You know, the students are at the age in high school where there's an awful lot of discoveries being made about what you believe. You're introduced to new topics all the time. You're under a lot of stress. You're exploring relationships in all kinds. And so it's going to be okay. I think that's what I want to communicate. That's one thing students need to know about themselves. It's going to be okay.
It's just high school. So, as a lot of people may or may not know, you are a musician.
That's true.
You're very well versed in music. So, what is your favorite instrument?
Well, I was a trumpet player in high school, French horn in college. I played acoustic guitar at church for about 8 years, and now I play bass guitar at church. I play French horn in the Edwardsville Symphony. We've had a symphony for 2 years now. So I think it's going to be French horn. French horn is where I get to play some legitimate literature.
Awesome. What led you to be a judge for WGI, DCI, and marching band?
So back in the day, I was that guy. I was the drum major of my high school band. You can make all the assumptions you want and they would be correct. And I then decided I loved band so much I would teach the skills that marching bands required. I had marched in 3 drum and bugle corps in my time when I was younger. So I taught some bands when I was in the Navy. In fact, I taught color guard for Tabb High School in Virginia when we won Class 7A. We were state champions, and we won high color guard, so good for us. I also started judging color guard back then. So when I got to Illinois State University after getting out of the Navy, someone said that they had $500 for someone who would teach their color guard. And I thought, hey, I need $500. So I figured out how to teach color guard. And I taught for about 20 years. I also judged marching band shows because I needed to pay for college. And I got pretty good at it. I decided I was going to be good at it. And then I just finished my 18th year judging visual for Drum Corps International. And I'm about to start my 6th year judging for Winter Guard International. I judge design analysis. It's how the shows are put together and constructed.
Ah, that's awesome. How do you feel about today's music in general?
That could mean a lot of things. There are places where you can find amazing innovation. I love the Raincoats. There's a new wave of experimental music that is much like the 1980s, where Depeche Mode and Kraftwerk were figuring out what to do with electronic sounds. Nowadays, the internet has allowed people to collaborate in ways we haven't seen before. My favorite genres right now are a cappella, pop music. I'm a big fan of bands that reimagine older compositions in new genres. I love when someone experiments with things that has not been seen before. You can find almost anything nowadays. I mean, if you are into music at all, you're going to find something you like, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. So we also know you're in the games and media culture as in general.
Yes.
Why did you decide to make a meme page for your class?
Well, fundamentally, my life is about entertaining me. That's why the classroom experience works so well. If I'm entertained, it is likely that someone else is entertained as well. And memes speak to me. They communicate a broad range of information in only a small amount of text and imagery. I think that it's a way to summarize a topic.
Very quick and easy to...
And potentially hilarious. You know, there's cats,
yeah,
right?
Cats are awesome.
I agree, yes.
Going on your memes, do you ever think your own memes aren't funny at all?
I always run my memes by my own children. I have 3 kids in high school this year in Staunton, Illinois, and my daughter is very, very up to date on meme culture. She often gives me things to work with, some good meme bases, and if my own kids think it's funny, then it goes on the webpage. If my son doesn't understand it, I won't use it.
So it's like a stress test kind of thing.
It is.
Okay. So what's your favorite game you like to play?
I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. I play competitively. I often travel to play. I also have, in the past, enjoyed an awful lot of Dungeons & Dragons. I don't do that much anymore. There's a couple, like my son and I are into Warhammer right now. There's both 40K and Fantasy Battle. We're painting a lot of tabletop miniatures. We don't play a lot of Warhammer, but we paint almost every day.
Can you explain Warhammer for like someone who
Warhammer is a tabletop combat simulation using plastic or metal models, and there's a fantasy version like Lord of the Rings and a science fiction version with aliens and laser guns, and you some dice, you shoot the other guys, and you try to defeat the other team.
And what are some places you have like traveled, and what are some events you've gone to for
Well,
Magic?
I am the highest placing wood. This is the nerdiest sentence I have. I'm the highest placing Wood Elf player in Games Workshop Grand Tournament history. I was 9th in the Grand Tournament in 1999. I was 13th with the Lizard Man Army in 2000. I was at one point in 1990, I was top 8 in the nation in the Starfleet Battles Captains Tournament. That's super nerdy.
Yeah, that's awesome too. Any like top 10 caliber of anything is really impressive, in my opinion at least. Now I got some rapid fire questions for you.
Go.
Answer real quick. Salt or pepper?
Pepper.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Movie theater or home movie?
Home, without other people around.
Okay.
People are bad.
Online shopping or in person?
Online, people are bad.
Fast food or home cooked meal?
Home cooked, people are bad.
PC or console?
I recognize the supremacy of the PC people, but I have a PS4.
PC master race, as they say. Squidward or plankton?
Squidward.
Cookies or brownies?
Cookies.
Federalism or anti-federalism?
Oh, you've gotten to the heart of my schizophrenia. It's day to day. Today I'm going to say federalism.
All right, Nickelodeon or Disney Channel?
Oh, Nickelodeon all day long.
Phyllis Wheatley or Anne Bradstreet?
You know the answer to this. Phyllis Wheatley.
All right, Teddy Roosevelt or Bill Clinton?
Oh, Teddy Roosevelt.